All right, music fans and other people, welcome. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time. Actually, just talking about the situation with this channel and doing it in real time for real people, just like you and just like me. All right, I'm not really overly inspired today. And before I talk about what's going on, here is this band called The Great Divide. And their album is entitled Providence. Very basic packaging, but amazing music. I would go check this out. Um, every so often, I check out what's going on with the Texas music scene because I believe there's some great stuff happening with that form of country music, which is very authentic. And The Great Divide describes our political situation here in the United States. Also, want to plug Modern Retro Radio, modernretrofm.com. I want to thank them for increasing my visibility. I'm thinking I got maybe, I don't know how many people from over there, but it's not affecting my revenue stream. Apparently, I'm affecting their revenue stream more than they're affecting mine, which again leads me to believe that something nefarious is going on. And I don't know what to do anymore. You wake up in the morning and your view counts are up for the last few days. There's a little controversy because of my foreigner stuff that I've been talking about. And you would think that might help me a little bit. And it hasn't. In fact, overnight again, it dropped. And I've been saying this for months. How many times have I said it? What's interesting right now is all the patrons on my channel, and thank you for being a patron. If you want to sign up and help me for $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever you can afford, even $1, we've got people that have been $1 a month for a long time. I always say this, if I had 10% of my subscribers doing that, 10%, I could go anywhere I want to as far as platform. And I would, because I've worked really hard at this. And as your subscriber count goes up, your revenue should not go down. Your views should not go down. But that's exactly what is currently happening on this channel. And you think, hey, I did good this weekend. Nope. We're taking more money away. And it just doesn't make any sense. So right now, between YouTube memberships, which again, YouTube still takes a large portion of that money from people who are just signed up for $2.99 a month. If you combine that with the patrons on the channel, right now that's 70% of the revenue that YouTube is currently giving me. So it's getting to the point where their share of the revenue is going to be the same as all the people that are, which shows me that there's something very wrong with what they're doing. And, I spoke to somebody who is an insider and they told me it's happening across the entire platform. So what's the incentive to keep going on this platform? Now, I know there are some channels, because they generate such large view counts, and for whatever reason, the algorithm is nicer to them. They're probably doing really well, and that's fine. I am on one other platform, actually two other platforms. The videos aren't transferring over anymore, so I am manually uploading those videos to the other platform, and I'm just doing not every single video I make, but I probably will do this one. Because if you're over on that platform, you could still sign up for Patreon. I've got another political channel. I've been putting the links in for that. So far, I have 240 subscribers. Out of 68,000 people, I got 240. All right. So I guess that's okay, right? It's just, so again, when people approach me, by the way, if I seem a little grouchy when people are communicating on Patreon, keep in mind, I get tons of messages all day long, and I'm getting notifications on these messages. And sometimes I'm doing regular things, like I'm out driving my kids around, or I'm just, doing chores around the house, whatever it is. And the phone blows up and I reply, and then I get another reply back. And it just, because I don't do the whole messenger conversation nonstop rapid fire. I answer the question and I'm hoping, if you've got serious questions or problems or whatever, sure, comments, great. But I guess my point is, it's hard for me at this stage to always be on top of it, and I try to be. So I guess the whole moral of this video, the reason I'm making it is, number one, it's probably going to be a slow day for me when it comes to content. And I woke up this morning thinking, I really have nothing to say. I don't have anything breaking. I've beat a lot of issues into the ground. So at some point, it just gets to be like, this is almost a daily, like a podcast. It's become that to some degree. And I used to take days off. I rarely take a day off now. And so today, technically, I was just going to give it a rest. All right. It's Monday. It's starting a new week. Maybe I need to strategize. Maybe I need to work on those other things I'm doing. Maybe some content for the other channel, which again shows I'm not just doing nothing all day. I get accused of, what do you do all day? I get that a lot. What do you do? Oh, I don't know. What do you do all day? So there are people out there that are just very interesting. And I don't know if it's jealousy or they just want to make me feel bad, or a combination of those things. Nothing to be jealous about here. Losing revenue, hey, everyone should be celebrating, right? So for you patrons, people who've not patronized, out of the 68,000 subscribers, I think I have like 300 and something patrons. I should know these numbers. And the 300 people plus are doing all of the work. They're like, the biblical analogy, they're like Aaron holding up, not that I'm Moses, but they're holding up my arms and keeping this going. Otherwise, the current trajectory of this income, I fear it's going to go down another 50%. And if it does, then it is completely all on the patrons for keeping this going. And at that point, it doesn't really make good business sense to stay here. It just doesn't. Now, yeah, maybe I will get a small amount of residual income. The problem is they're not recommending the older videos. They're just not, because I used to see videos from 2 years ago and just I would see them in my recommendations. I'm like, wow, that video's I don't keep track. It's like, these are kids you send to college or whatever, and you just let them go. You're not looking, okay, somebody watched this video today. But in the old days, those videos would get lots of traction. Now they don't get any views at all. They get like 1 or 2 views a month or something. So some weird is definitely going on, and something intentional. I'm not sure what the business model is of this particular platform. I know that my politics obviously don't line up with this platform. And I know a lot of people say, hey, if you just play their game, but I don't know. There are people that have played their game and still, for some reason, they've decided just to turn the spigot off. It's just going to turn it off. And they're going to do it like the frog in the boiling water scenario, but they're going to do it in reverse, and they're going to do it slowly, where everything just cools off and you're working hard and you're like, why am I working harder and I'm earning less? Seriously, it's a serious question. There was a time where I could do 1 video a day and things would go well. And then I started doing 2 videos. Some days I've done 3 videos. And there was couple times, I think last month, where I did 4 videos in 1 day because there was stuff to talk about. And I'm thinking, this will help me. It didn't help me. There's also a logic to, if you don't put videos out there, people are hungrier to see you again. And, if you take a day or two and not do a video, but I'm just so terrified by, I'm going to look at the analytics and they're just going to go, because I'm not doing any content, they're just going to go. So I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. So I just want to again thank Modern Retro Radio for just being out there and for having me be a presence on their radio station. Also, the patrons and the YouTube members. You guys are keeping this going. That's the truth. You guys are keeping this going. And, if I got enough of you guys, I might be able to just say, hey, I had a nice, 7-year run on this platform. But again, and they're sending me surveys all the time. What can we do better? How about you give me the same income that I was earning? How come you don't showcase anything that I do? It's just bizarre. In the old days, the recommendations, and people are saying I'm not getting notifications. I was subscribed, but I'm no longer subscribed. Or, I signed up, I hit the bell for notifications, but not getting those notifications. I don't know when you're doing videos. I'm like, well, I do them every day, so check and see. Got a fever of 103. All right, maybe I should just keep talking about foreigner stuff, huh? That's not helping me. It's not the controversy in the chat room. Oh, he really stepped in at this time. I used to watch him, but he's too political. I know. Some people watch me because I am political, so it's a trade-off. Some people just, you know what it is with politics? Some people just can't handle the truth. I'm sorry. They don't want to hear it. They've got their MSNBC point of view on all the time. There's nothing to see here. Dr. Fauci's a hero. Anyway, here is The Great Divide. And it is about our country, kind of. Or it's just music about the Great Divide. You'll have to listen to it and see. The album's called Providence. Again, bands aren't paying me to do this. It'd be a nice little perk, but who's got money to do promotions anymore? Seriously, who's got it? I mean, the record labels won't even send me a CD. I say, I'm going to showcase it in the video. I'm going to hold it up. And they go, well, we just don't have the money for that. We used to do that stuff, but we don't do it anymore. I'm like, okay, then. So I can't promote the CD. And that's another thing. As time goes on, as much as I like to showcase the new material, and some people who don't like me doing that will probably be happy, I can't buy the number of CDs that I've been buying. I can't do it. And because it's just dipping into money that is coming in from patrons. So, if you're a patron, you're supporting me and this channel. And I guess you're supporting a little bit me. If you look at the CDs behind me, the majority of those CDs I purchased myself. I think Mitch Malloy sent me his album, and Grand Design sent me their album. And after that, I think it's me buying all the albums behind me. So maybe one a month at the most, maybe two if it's a really good month. And then what I'm going to do is miss out on some of this stuff, and I'm not going to give all of these artists a fair shake. I mean, it's basically like a business expense. If I'm going to showcase music, it's nice to be able to purchase that music and then physically show it off so people can see what it looks like. And it's just a tangible thing in a world where everything is an upload or a cloud or a stream. And it's, physical stuff. We're losing physical stuff. And it's weird. I hear that you'll own nothing and be happy because you can just stream your music. You can have a drone bring you something if you need it. Life will just be perfect. It's George Jetson on steroids, right? Can't wait. I'm so excited about that. Anyway, folks, sorry for the long rambling video. Bottom line, if you've never thought about doing the Patreon thing, think about it. Because I find it cool that people can sustain me without the corporation. People could just do that. And there are plenty of platforms that will host me, and I'm already being hosted on 2 other platforms. And if you needed to watch the content over there, you could do that. And it's the same content. It's not like the production value or the specific video is going to be different. It's the same. It's just a new way of viewing it. I know people aren't good at adopting or adapting to new technology. But yeah, this, the way it's going, I don't know. I know it's still like 93% of everything is right here. So this is why it's hard. It's like the Facebook people. I'm like, just get off of Facebook, man. What are you doing? But they still have a huge hold on everything. And yeah, I've thought about X. Not going to call it Twitter anymore. But it just, you build something and then you have to tear it down and rebuild it somewhere else and hope that, people will do what they did here. I just had a nice thing going for a while. That's the truth. And now that nice thing is slowly slipping away. Okay, I am very done. Thanks for watching. God bless you all. God bless the world. And if there's some breaking news or some interesting stuff, maybe I'll post something else later. But again, Patreon, folks, if you can help me out. I know I've already begged and pleaded enough, and people say I'm doing a PBS share-a-thon thing. I don't like doing that. I like the old stuff where I just did videos and earned money from doing videos. That was a much better and easier business model. But now, apparently, it's going to be up to the people. Like everything else, it's up to the people to make things different.